Bad Times at the El Royale is a new Quentin Tarantino film. Oh wait, it's not Quentin Tarantino. It's that guy who wrote The Martian and Cabin in the Woods and Hotel Artemis, Drew Goddard. Exactly. This film by the critics is described as Diet Tarantino or Light Tarantino because it has all of the tropes of a Tarantino film. You've got strangers meeting in one place like the Hateful Eight. It's a long running time, amazing soundtrack, tension, dialogue heavy scenes. This movie is definitely a ripoff of Quentin Tarantino sort of motifs. However, it's able to still be a really entertaining film on its own. So this film is about 4 different strangers that show up at the El Royale Hotel. It is a special hotel on a bi-state sort of line where essentially one half is Nevada and the other half is California. And the players are a woman, a black woman, and this is a period piece, so there's still sort of some civil unrest and racism. There's a vacuum salesman who's from very talkative and jovial, and there's also Father Flynn. He is a priest, and then there's also a mysterious woman as well. So the film copies Tarantino in the regards of having sections of the film. So like there's the prologue, and then there's exploring each of the rooms and the people who inhabit them. So the first one is the vacuum salesman who finds a sinister secret in the hotel. And then they move on to Father Flynn, and they move on to the singer, and they move on to the last person, and then they wrap everything else in the big climax. So what did I like about this film? The film is very moody. It has good direction. I really like Chris Hemsworth. He has a really small role, but a very memorable one. And the plot wasn't that interesting, but I liked how the movie took its own time introducing all of these characters and giving them a little bit of intrigue before putting them all in danger at the end. I also like the soundtrack. It used a lot of upbeat sort of dance music like Motown, funk. I really enjoyed the selection of music they used. But the film also has a little bit of social subtext with the racism, just a little bit, enough to sort of class it up a little bit, because when you look at this film, it's really just like a sort of pulpy sort of noir thriller, but it makes it have a little bit more with the extra themes in there. Also, the cast is pretty solid. They all do a good job. So I give Bad Times at the El Royale a 7.5 out of 10.